morning, Life Kids. I hope you're really well. I hope you've had a great week, and if any of you have been back at school this week, either for your second week or your first week, then I hope you've had an amazing time. I hope you felt really blessed and protected and really enjoyed yourself this week. And for those that are still at home, I just also hope that you've had a really great week as well. Now, hopefully by now you've realised that I'm not Chantel. We just want to say thank you first of all to Chantel and Paul for everything that they've done for Life Kids over these last few months. They've been amazing, and we just really felt that they deserved a weekend off. So instead you've got me. My name is Tom. If you don't know me, I'm one of the Life Kids leaders at Life Church, and I'm just really great. I feel it's really great to be able to come and speak to you this morning. I really missed you all. It's been so many months since I've seen you, and I'm just really looking forward to speaking to you today, but also to seeing you all very, very soon. Now, we've had a great few weeks, haven't we? Just looking at the disciples of Jesus and getting to learn about a bit more about them and who they were. And this week we're bringing something new and something really exciting. So this week we're going to be looking at the miracles of Jesus. And before we go on to the specific miracle that I want to look at today, I thought the right question to ask was, what is a miracle? Now, some people might say it's a miracle if their favourite football team wins a match, or they might say it's a miracle if they manage to turn up to somewhere on time, or if you've got a brother or sister, you might say it's a miracle if they're really, really kind to you one day or buy you an amazing present. But these aren't really miracles. Miracles are acts of God. They are things we cannot explain. They are things that we have no control over, or anyone we know has any control over, except for God. And in the Bible, it's full of miracles. In the Old Testament, these miracles come from heaven. But in the New Testament, which is where we're going to look at today, and specifically in the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, the first 4 books of the New Testament, is where you see miracles being performed through Jesus. And Jesus performed some incredible miracles, things such as turning water into wine, or steadying a raging sea with just his voice, or healing someone and bringing people back from the dead. Today though, I want to look at a specific miracle, and as a clue, I've got this for you, just to see if you might know what it could be. Now, how about if I show you some more bits from this clue? Do you know what it could be? That's right, this morning I'm looking at when Jesus fed the 5,000. Now, this story from the Bible comes from the book of John, and at that time Jesus had become really, really popular, and he had loads of people following him because of his teachings and how amazing they were. But it became quickly apparent to Jesus that day that these people were going to become very, very hungry. And I don't know about you, but when I get hungry, the first thing I just want to do is find somewhere where I can get as much food as I possibly can and just eat it all up. And in this case, they had nothing to hand until Andrew, one of the disciples we've been learning about, found a small boy with a small lunchbox that contained 5 loaves and 2 fish. And Jesus then performed a miracle with this small lunchbox and managed to use that food, that small amount of food, to feed those 5,000 people and still have more left over. Now, I just want to show you something else just to illustrate this a little bit further. Here I've got a piece of paper. Now, how many corners does this have? You'll see it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what happens if I cut another one of these corners away? How many have we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What about now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, every time Jesus divided the loaves and fish up, he had more to give away. Just like with this, every time we cut the corners away, more corners appear. And Jesus is the Son of God, as we know. He could have quite easily said the words and made more than enough food appear for everyone there. It probably would have been easier and a lot quicker for him to have done that. But he chose to let the people who were there experience hunger. He let them go through that feeling so that they knew that when they provided with the food that Jesus gave them, that it was only because of him that that hunger was able to be satisfied. And God can often work in that way. He wants us to know that he will always provide for us, even when we don't think it's possible. And I think today we should take the time just to thank God for those situations where he provides for us and he performs his miracles, even when we don't feel like we deserve them, and even when we sometimes don't even realize it. So let's thank God today for the miracles that he performs in our lives and thank him for the provision that he gives us. So I just wanted to do a memory verse for you today, and today it comes from John chapter 6 verse 35, where it says, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me shall never be hungry again." So that's John chapter 6 verse 35, and it says, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me shall never be hungry again." Now today I just thought it might be a good idea to do a little quiz at the end. I don't know about you, but during this time I've found myself doing quite a lot of quizzes. Your parents or the adults you live with may have found themselves doing the same. So today it's a little test about how well you've been listening, but also a test of how well the adults you're with have been listening as well. To make it a bit interesting, I thought maybe it could be the Life Kids against the adults today. So wherever you are, there's just 5 questions I'm going to ask you now. And if you are against an adult, if the Life Kids win, then I think to make it interesting, maybe you should be rewarded with a bit of chocolate or maybe some sweets after you've had your lunch, but you have to make sure you eat all your lunch first of all. I'll be making sure Elijah and Zach do the same, but make sure you eat all your lunch first of all, and then if you win the quiz, a bit of chocolate or sweet is allowed after you've had your lunch. Or if the adults win, then sadly I think that results in one of the Life Kids having to do some jobs for the parents. Maybe it might be giving a quick hoover of a certain room, or maybe even worse, going and tidying your own room. So lots to play for. So you've got 5 questions just to test how well you've been listening and how well the adults have been listening too. So question number 1 is, where did Jesus perform his miracles? Was it in the New Testament of the Bible or the Old Testament of the Bible? And the answer is the New Testament of the Bible. Question number 2, in our story today, how many people did Jesus help to feed? So how many people did Jesus help to feed in the story today? And yet the answer is 5,000 in the story that we heard today. Now, question number 3 linked to that. How many loaves and fish were in the small lunchbox that Jesus used to feed the 5,000? So how many bread, loaves, and how many fish? The answer is 5 bread loaves and 2 fish. So well done if you got that right. Question number 4, and this is linking to a little bit of what we've been learning in recent weeks as well. What was the name of the disciple who brought the boy with the lunchbox to Jesus? So what was the name of the disciple who brought the boy with the lunchbox to Jesus so that he could divide up and feed everyone there? And well done if you got the answer. It was Andrew was the name of the disciple. It's in the book of John where it says that Andrew was the disciple who brought the small boy to Jesus. And then finally, as I mentioned at the start, there's been loads of different miracles that Jesus performed in the New Testament. So can you name 2 of those? Just 2 miracles. Whoever names them first gets the point. so hopefully that's enough time for you to name a couple. So you could have had a few, such as, like I mentioned, calming a stormy sea, healing people, bringing people back from the dead, turning water into wine, and many, many more miracles that are in the New Testament. So if you got any others, well done. So tot up the scores and see who's won. Hopefully whoever got the answers first is the one who wins, and hopefully with there being 5 questions you should have a winner. Fingers crossed that it's most of the Life Kids that have won today, and well done if you got all of those questions right. So that's it for today. I just want to say thank you for letting me come today and speak to you. Like I said at the start, I've really missed being able to run Life Kids with you all. I think Chantel and Paul have done an amazing job over these last few weeks, and we're just so thankful for them and everything they've done. I hope that you managed to get something out of today. I hope you're looking forward to the series that we're doing on the miracles of Jesus. There's so many amazing stories that we're going to be going through, and just pray today that you remain thankful to God, that you notice and see the miracles that He's performed in your life and performs in your life every day. And we just pray over you right now as we go into this week. So if we can do our normal method of prayer. So 1, 2, 3. Jesus, we just pray for our Life Kids today. We just thank you for them, and we thank you for who they are. We thank you for protecting them if they've been back at school this week, or just keeping them safe while they've been at home. Lord, we just thank you for the miracles that you performed that we can read about in the Bible. And Lord, we just pray and thank you for the miracles that you perform over our lives every single day. Lord, we just come to you today and just pray that you protect us over this weekend and throughout the rest of this week, that you keep us safe, that your arms are around us, loving us, and we're just so thankful for you and all that you are to us. In Jesus' name, amen. 4. So thank you everyone for listening today. It's been great to see you and speak to you today, and I really look forward to seeing you all soon. See you later.